Stage 1 pressing for flight.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition, liftoff.
Vehicle is pitching downrange. AVI power and telemetry nominal. Vehicle is supersonic.
Coming up on 1 minute into flight, we're getting ready for maximum dynamic pressure.
Vehicle has reached maximum aerodynamic pressure.
You've heard the call out. We're through the region of maximum aerodynamic pressure. Vehicle going supersonic as we leave the denser parts of the lower Earth's atmosphere. Falcon 9 trajectory looks good. All 9 Merlin engines are at power. Everything looking good for Falcon 9. We're heading due east from Cape Canaveral, headed to the first of 2 orbits planned for today. Nice view from the onboard camera looking back at the plume slowly expanding. As we leave the atmosphere, the plume will get larger as we get out to the vacuum of space. Now coming up quickly in 20 seconds, a sequence of events. Main engine cutoff, the 9 main engines shut down, stage separation, and then ignition of the second stage engine coming up in just under 15 seconds.
MECO.
AVI stage separation confirmed.
We've had successful ignition of the second stage engine. The Merlin Vacuum D engine is up at power. Turbine speed looks good. You can see the nozzle beginning to glow red, a tradition
Stage
for
2
the
on
upper
nominal
stage.
trajectory.
First stage has completed its mission. It's falling back to Earth. As we said, we won't recover it. Coming up next, fairing separation out in the vacuum of space.
AVI fairing separation confirmed. Acquisition of signal ability.
Nice view in the late afternoon. Sun shining on the payload fairing. The second stage has separated the payload fairing around the AMOS-17 spacecraft as we're now in the vacuum of space. Right now, Merlin vacuum engine continues to be on power. Trajectory looks good. Stage 2 is right in the middle of the predicted path. Avionics reports their systems are nominal. So coming up 4 minutes and 15 seconds mark, we are go on Falcon 9 carrying AMOS-17 to the parking orbit, the first of 2 orbits for today.
They're shut down.
And we have confirmation that second engine cutoff has occurred and that we are in good orbit. So we're about to enter an 18-minute coast phase, so we're going to take a break, but we'll leave you with an animation that shows where we are in the coast phase. We'll be back at the T plus 26 minute mark for a second stage relay.
Orbit insertion. Expected loss of signal at Bermuda.
T plus 25 minutes, 47 seconds since a great liftoff of Falcon 9 from Cape Canaveral. We're getting ready to reignite the MVAC-D engine you can see on your monitor. This is going to be for our second and final burn. Currently, we are chilling in the turbo pump. We're also firing settling thrusters, small nitrogen-powered thrusters, making sure that the fuel and the liquid oxygen are at the bottom of the tank in the zero-G environment. As you can see from the map, we're coming over equatorial Africa. This is the best place to do the burn to change the orbit. So burn's coming up, let's listen in.
And recognition.
We've got good ignition, chamber pressure is on target. Now this burn is going to last about 1 minute. As you can see from the velocity counter, we're going to add about 2.6 kilometers per second. That's how much velocity we need to put into the orbit to get from the low Earth parking orbit we started from into the final geostationary transfer orbit required by the Spacecom customer. We're beginning to throttle down the second stage engine to keep G-loads on the spacecraft underneath the required levels.
MVAC shutdown.
We've got a good shutdown. Waiting for the orbit call out now.
Nominal orbit insertion.
Good view of the AMOS-17 satellite from the camera atop the second stage. Waiting for payload separation event.
AVI confirmed spacecraft separation.
Always great to see the spacecraft floating away from the Falcon 9 second stage. So we've got a good deployment on time. We're in the desired orbit. And with that, we're going to bring our webcast to a close. But it's been a great webcast for the Falcon 9 team. We had a liftoff delayed 30 minutes by bad weather at the Cape, but just before we went on the air, the last of the weather rules went from red to green. The range was ready to support. We counted down and launched at 23 minutes after the hour. First stage did its job before separating. There is no recovery plan for the first stage today. It will re-enter and break up in the atmosphere. Second stage continued on with two great burns, first into parking orbit and then into the final orbit.
Expected loss of signal.
Just now we saw the separation of the AMOS-17 spacecraft in the desired geostationary transfer orbit. So again, a great day for Falcon 9 and the AMOS-17 customer.
Thank you to our customer Spacecom, and also to the 45th Space Wing for range safety and the FAA for licensing today's launch. We'd also like to thank all of our viewers for tuning in. Follow our website and social media platforms for updates on the catch for the fairing halves, as well as our next missions and milestones. Until next time, have a great night.